What's up, you guys? It's the Authentic Empress. Yo, so y'all know whatever zodiacal season that we are in, the characteristics, the properties, the traits associated with that sign is going to be highlighted or um like more inclined, okay, for that energy to manifest and express itself. Okay, so whatever you understand or know about Aries energy, okay, we are experiencing that energy in different ways, whether that be through us directly or through others, okay, amongst us or toward us, which includes confrontation, warfare, intentions, being direct or indirect. So this also means whatever energies are associated with the zodiac sign is going to be like the energies itself, but also energies that oppose the energies that are inclined in that zodiac. So if Aries is known to be a very direct, straightforward, head first, okay, type of energy, that also means not only is there going to be that energy of directedness, but there's also going to be that energy of indirect energy. So y'all, I'm channeling there could be some individuals holding a grudge towards you. 10:33 on the clock. Okay, there's something significant about a cycle that you've closed out, a cycle that you stepped into, something to do with what you've mastered, okay, or mastery. So this can even be like your fixed energy. So when you think about like the world card, for example, like which is Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio. When you think about the fixed energies, right? There's something about you mastering your fixed energy. Like, so years ago as a Taurus, I used to talk about how Taurus gets a bad rep of being stubborn. And so I brought an awareness to the pros and cons of stubborn energy. It really depends on what you're stubborn about. Like, for example, I'm stubborn when it comes to my, being devoted to the divine. I'm stubborn when it comes to what's just, what's fair, what's righteous in a situation. So it really depends on how you apply and execute that energy, whether it has positive or negative impact and influence. So it's not so much that it's bad altogether, like people try to make it, toxic. Again, it's about how it's exercised. So with that being said, there are some energies that you can recognize, and this doesn't have to be enemies directly, or anything like that, but there can just be energies that you experience in passing and crossing, okay, any area of your life, okay, for whatever reason, where you may notice certain imbalances, or you may have identified certain imbalances about that person, like especially like when it comes to their personality. There's something significant about energies having or storing some type of grudge towards you. Maybe there was some type of confrontation where they felt like you dominated them, and whatever this and I'm getting, it's like a one-sided battle. It's like this energy of people bringing this one-sided battle energy to you because of some type of grudge that they're holding towards you, or that was triggered within them, just from you being your authentic self, or you being this very intelligent, very quick-witted energy. This is given like someone trying to juke you type shit, and they can't get anything past you, or you're not green, right? You're not naive, you're not dumb, this is not normal conversation, or you're not the average person, where they can take this type of understanding, or the lack thereof, to, okay, and expect the same reaction or response. Like, this is giving somebody trying to trigger some type of negative reaction out of you in order to fuel their ego, or to soothe their self-esteem, or some type of like wounding, okay, that you may have intentionally or unintentionally caused. And heavy emphasis on unintentionally. Now, however, again, remember I mentioned earlier, you guys literally identifying somebody's imbalances, and there's a heavy emphasis of them, kind of projecting or focusing this imbalance on you. And so there's this counter attack energy, like, that you're responding with these people, with this person. And so it's giving, things are not landing the way that these people, or a person wants it to land with you, in order to kind of restore whatever confidence they feel was watered down in their energy. Now, this could have everything to do with you being used as like a diffuser to some type of inflated ego, okay? Um So there could be an energy of accountability, okay? Somebody trying to find, like, trying their hardest to find, probe, or create false narratives about you that would minimize or demonize who you are as a person. Like, it's like they're trying to identify a character flaw within you, because there's something significant about you able to pinpoint and identify character flaws within them that they may just project to everybody just in their day to day. But there's something about them trying this with you and it not landing or rendering the results that they're hoping for. Okay, so there's this energy of humbling that's significant here. There's people who are, feeling more inclined to maybe want to humble you, okay, that you have humbled in some way, shape, or form, okay. And but the stance that they're coming from like this arrogant, they don't want to let it go, like, this is giving like over explaining, like, I don't know why I'm here mansplaining, but like, this is giving like over exaggerating type of energy, and not wanting to accept that they were wrong, not wanting to accept an L, not wanting to agree to disagree. Like, they're determined to get some type of reaction out of you. This could be, some of these people could even be trying to utilize others, okay, in the environment, but they're determined to get some type of reaction out of you that would make them feel like, it's a success for them. And it's like, you could be looking at these situations, or these offers for battle with you. You could be looking at these invitations to battle like very minute. It's not that deep, it's not that serious, you don't really care. Like, where like, what is the intent, what is the goal, why do you like, where are you trying to get at with this? Like, this could be like, so you could be taken aback by the energy but not surprised at the same time. Okay, again, you could be somebody that's very observant. Okay, you're very observant of your surroundings, you're very observant of whomever you're going to have regular interaction or exchange with. So it's like, it's kind of inevitable for you to learn the person, like, get to know them, or notice things about them. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the energy. I am going to pull some cards to clarify this and see, what's up with this. Okay, but y'all, these people are definitely like, this is giving like silent embarrassment. And again, for those who are trying to enact this underhanded sneak this or attack with you or confrontation with you in front of others, this is also giving them embarrassing themselves. This is like the type of situations or dynamics where you can choose to kind of just enact your intelligence, your reason in the situation, your emotional competence and intelligence, and shame a person, humble a person, you know what I'm saying? Or you can choose silence and still render the same results, shame the person, humble the person, whatever the case may be. So it's something significant about people, like, I don't know, like, just trying to just keep going at something, or like, oh my god. And one of the tactics could even be trying to intentionally agitate you, like get some type of like trying to trigger agitation or irritability out of you so that you can have some type of outburst that will appease this false narrative. You get what I'm saying? Like, or, this, yeah, what I said is a false narrative, okay, that they're trying to project about you. Okay, there's some significant about obvious projection and somebody denying what they're doing, denying their goal in a situation, but it's obvious. Like, okay, when we first started the reading, it was 1033. Y'all know 33 is ascended master energy. 33 is the mastery energy. So this is giving like you kind of mastered, identifiers, okay? Certain personality identifiers, okay? And again, like, especially when it comes to like interaction and exchange with people, especially energetically, y'all know projections is not necessarily always negative or toxic. Projecting could be, you manifesting something, like you just putting something out there that you want to do, that you want to cultivate, that you want to unfold, right? Projecting could be telling somebody a story and having this like photographic type of, or this imagery about how you tell stories, almost like writers, people who write books, and it's almost like you step into a whole nother world just from reading the book. Okay, so projection itself is not, it's not, the foundation itself is not something that's negative. It's about the intentions behind everything. Okay, so I know there's an energy of projection going on because earlier, it's crazy. Earlier, there was this random ad that came on about projectors, okay, about a better projector. And the guy says something, it was on YouTube. The guy said something along the lines of him testing out different mini projectors. So there's something about microaggressions that's significant as well. Like somebody trying to minimize or like subtle, like it's something subtle about the projections, okay? Like the goal is for you not to be able to identify it as a projection, or for them to communicate it in a way where they can deny that they're projecting, but there's something very obvious to you, okay, about it being a projection, right? 1044, y'all could be seeing 1044 a lot, okay? Like within the past days, like the past weeks, y'all could be catching that number 1044 often. And so yeah, there's something about you being very stable minded, okay, in the midst of somebody trying to create some type of instability for you mentally or energetically, or trying to trip you up in your emotions, like for some type of like benefit, like for them, okay, at your expense. And it's like you being in this protected energy. So not only you protecting yourself, but you being protected by your spirit team. That also means emotionally, mentally, energetically. That also means that you're gonna, granted the situation, okay, whatever the situation warrants, okay, including any form of deception or manipulation. So this can be an, you guys just call manipulative trait. There's even something about you, showing grace and trying to give grace in a situation, and somebody, kind of trying to use that as a weakness, or feeling like they can continue to probe, you know what I'm saying, to get that reaction, and then